Fun times. Did the video play? Welcome. It did. Yeah, it showed something. Welcome to Media Mondays, everybody. So happy to be here. About 15 minutes behind, but maybe it's on time somewhere. I just don't know where that is. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Everything that I teach, you become a student of at some point. And so today is the day for that. And just really navigating this whole live space. I'm excited to talk. This is our fourth time doing Media Mondays. And we see the good afternoons coming in, and some people saying that the video played a little bit. So that's always nice to know when things work a little bit. Maybe soon enough they'll work more. Hello, Mommy and Me and Company, Boutique and Company. Thanks, Deborah, for your comment on that. I appreciate that. She designed that video, so maybe I could blame it on Deborah. Deborah is the one who did it. Wow. Or not. Wow. Hey, Shayna, Deborah didn't do it. She did a great job with that video. Y'all, please share this because we're going to be on here just a few minutes today. We want to stay true to our time of being here for about 30 minutes, but 15 minutes of that was in setup that you didn't see. So, yeah. Right. Thank you so much, Nicky Collins, for joining us. Like, we're together all the time, but it's amazing to have you on Media Mondays because we come on here to talk about media, answer questions about media, and help people out. Apparently, we need a lot of help today. And when I thought about it, I thought about this month talking to influencers, and you were one of the first people who I thought about. And so I was like, I want to talk to Nicky Collins about how she uses media to extend her reach and influence and things like that. And so here we are. So welcome to Media Mondays.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And so here. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Y'all continue to share. I'm going to share on my personal page. I opted to go live on the business page to stay true to brand, even though we have more followers on our personal pages. This is a business segment. And so this is an opportunity to build on that audience there. So I'm here on the business page and on YouTube. And I know me and you were talking a little bit earlier about just, being authentic is one of the main things or the keys to being an influencer in the media. So I'd just like to talk to you about that. You're at 5,000 friends on Facebook. You're at more than 2,000 followers on Instagram without even trying. You got Twitter followers out there. You're building a YouTube channel. So, how do you do all this?
Well, actually, it's a lot of work. It is definitely a lot of work. And I don't see it on my Facebook page. Did you tag me on my personal page? I wanted to share it.
Yeah, I'll make sure I tag you right now. I'm sharing from the El Michelle Media page. I'll tag you right now.
Okay, great.
And so, y'all, that's just an example of how her mind works. Okay.
Well, like, where is it? Well, one thing is because I have friends. Oh, I shared it from Adria. Thank you, Adria. Thank you. I shared it from her page. Well,
thanks, Adria.
Well, one thing, I have a lot of friends who are now stepping out into like the whole social media platform because even though we've been on, I know since 2009, there are some people who are truly just getting on, or if they're on, they're not using it to its fullest capacity. So Thank you, Samantha. So I wanted to share because there's a group of young ladies who actually just started a show on Instagram. And
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I put this out there to them because I know that it would really help them, give them some pointers and something, just yeah, some great points as to how I and how I became, and I don't even know how, like literally, like it just kind of happened. But
Yeah.
there are certain things that I do socially to ensure that my page is very organic.
Right. Can we
And
start by saying, let's put a myth to rest? Let's put like a 10 to 15-year myth to rest. I do not post on your personal pages. You manage your own brand. Can you just make that known and clear with everything you do? You manage your own brand. Can we just put that out there?
with everything that I do, I manage my own brand. I manage my own personal pages. Like I said before, everything that I do is very organic, and that is going to be key to every visionary out there. I just want to speak to all of the visionaries. I want you to
Right.
know that with everything that you do, make sure your vision stays organic. Don't go out taking things and bits and pieces from what someone else is doing. Make sure that God has given you the vision and that He's given you, and He's already given you the tools to do what it is that you need to do. But you have to manage your own vision. Make sure it stays organic. Okay, what do you mean by organic? It means to stay natural, homegrown, that has come from you, something that you have given birth to. Like, I see a lot of people that they'll see what someone else is doing. They'll say, "Oh, I can do that better, or I can jump. I can do it. I know I can do that
Right.
better." Until they jump in and you try to do it, and you realize that it doesn't work for you because it didn't come from you. So if it
Ah,
didn't come from
oh,
you, it's not gonna work for you. Oh God. See, it's
I
like
can't
my
even.
natural daughter. Like my
Right.
daughter, I don't care how many arguments we get into. It doesn't matter what goes on between us. At the end of the day, she came from me. That is my natural daughter, and we have each other's back, and it's gonna work. If I tell her, let's go do something, do this or that, she's gonna do it. She knows the voice of her mother. And so your vision needs to know your voice. Your vision needs to know your voice. Yes, your vision needs, hello, Candace, your vision needs to know your voice. That's
Right.
why your vision must stay organic. It has to be true. And so even though she's like a coach to me in media, she teaches me and she introduces me to a lot of new what do you call them, Elle?
Tools,
A lot of new
platforms.
tools. Yeah.
Yeah.
She introduces me to a lot of new tools. And this has been going on now for what, maybe 15 years or so? That
Yeah.
Elle would, she's the media person. I have my own vision. I manage my vision. Everything that comes from my vision has come from me. But then I have people around me who help cultivate that thing, that
Right.
vision, whatever it is that God has given me. I make sure that I keep people around me that can help cultivate the vision, because you need other people. You need another set of eyes, but you
Yeah.
don't need anyone altering your vision. That thing has to come from you. That vision, it has to know your voice.
Wow.
You have to keep
Wow.
it, you have to keep it very organic and authentic. And I
Wow.
believe that authenticity is the key to my, okay, 5,000 plus. I mean, I purge I purge my pages. I purge them often because if there's just people on there that we have nothing in common, or they just sitting there, they just want to watch. Some I let
Right.
sit there, but after a while I have to purge because there are some authentic people that really do want to connect with me, and we're connecting for purpose.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
I'm not on there looking for a relationship. I am married, so I don't need a whole bunch of random men on my page.
Wow.
And if there's people who I've never connected, I don't even know, we have no friends in common, then they sit out as well. And so I have
Wow.
to purge my list so that I can keep my page as authentic and organic as possible. So I
Nikki
think that is
Cullen,
the reason. Mhm.
influencer. She's an influencer. And I think we can all go online and read about what an influencer means. But you're giving us the ingredients. In everything you just said, I didn't hear you say
Mhm.
anything about numbers. Like I
Oh,
check my numbers, or, I'm always trying to make sure, when I talk to you, you're always talking about putting out a post that you felt led to put out, interacting with the people on your post. Can you talk
right.
to us about that, about treating people like people instead of like numbers in media?
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, when you have a prophetic gift, you know that even though there are times when I'm not always spooky spiritual, but I am
Yeah,
a prophetic person, and I love, that's the way I live my life. I live my life on a rhythm of God, on this rhythm that God has set for me. And
right.
so anything outside of that rhythm, I can't get with it. So I only post things when I feel them, when I feel led or I'm passionate about it. I don't like to just randomly ramble because I believe that people are listening for my voice, and I believe that I'm a trusted voice. So when I say something, they're gonna they're gonna take it, like most of the friends that I have. So when I post, like last Friday, for instance, I posted, the Lord was ministering to me about inner healing and about
Wow.
women, about women and the need of inner healing, because sometimes we can become idols, or we can become an influencer. you know
Oh,
I don't want to become an
somebody put that
idol
in
to
the comments.
anyone. See, that's the
Wow.
thing. See, when you become an idol, it doesn't matter what you do. No one is going to hold you accountable. All they want to do is to just, worship you and worship what you do. And it's all about you. But my thing is, God has set me here to be a mentor. I'm a coach, a pastor, a leader. I set things in order, and I operate in the apostolic and prophetic giftings. So I have to make sure that I stay in line with that. So when I'm speaking, when I'm posting, it's usually something that's in the atmosphere. It's usually something that needs to be done, needs to be said or shared at that particular time. So I'll
Wow.
post. And on Friday, I posted about, in certain things that the Lord speak to me. I won't post them because I know that, okay, I'm like, okay, this is for me here. I need to get, but there are certain things that I know that are supposed to be shared with the people. And so I just felt like they needed to be shared. And so I shared, and so many people actually was like, wow, that was for me. Oh my God, healing came forth. And
Mm.
that's it. I move on. So I'm not on lives every day. I don't do live every day. There are some days where I don't even post, because I'm
Wow.
like, okay, if it's not going to be organic, I'm not digging around for something to post on social media. But because it has to be organic, and it has to be me, and it has to have an authentic vibe, that's when I will post. And I believe that is what have drawn a lot of my Facebook friends, and it have created ministries, and even for my business, it has been very lucrative for me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
yeah, it has been very lucrative because people are looking for that authenticity. They're looking for an authentic voice in whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. And so
Yeah.
some people, like I said, you can be become an idol where
Mm.
people want to just, they want to follow you for the wrong reason. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I do, I want to ensure, because I am a Christian leader, I want to make sure
Wow.
that people are being led to Christ for real. Don't, because I'm still, look, I am a natural person. I make mistakes. I don't know it all. But what I
Mhm.
do know, and the gifts that I do have, those are the things that I share. And you can trust them, you know? So
Let
that's
me let
why.
me ask you this. How do
Mhm.
you find your voice? You're talking a lot about voice and
Mhm.
your authentic voice and making sure you really that is your voice on your social media. How do people find that? How do they tap into their voice?
Well, it's all wrapped around and in your purpose. When you know what it is that you're called to do, it's easy to kind of stay in the vein of what you're supposed to be doing. But and a lot of people don't know I don't know what my purpose is, and I don't know, what I'm supposed to be doing, and they don't know their voice. They don't know what their voice is. So they'll try to start businesses or visions. They say, oh, I got this vision, but you don't even know who you are. So that's the first thing, is to know who you are. You have to, and you have to get around people that are going to truly cultivate that thing in you. That comes from your friends, your family, your church. The people
Wow.
that you connect to. Sometimes we want to be validated so bad that we will follow the wrong voice, because this voice is saying,
Wow.
yeah, I validate your feelings, instead of holding you accountable. See, in accountability becomes validation. If you are
Wow.
accountable, you will be validated. I'm telling you, and your validation will come from God. And once God stamp of approval is upon you, then everyone else is going to see it. So
Wow.
they'll just come along with what you already know, who you are um, authentically. And to be honest, Elle, back in 2008, 2009, I had to find myself again. I had to find my authentic voice, because I had been led by someone who was leading me in their way, not helping me to discover my purpose. But I had to find my
Wow.
voice, because I had gone through, mental and spiritual abuse, financial abuse, like it was just an abusive, toxic relationship. And so when the Lord truly showed me who I was, yeah, hold on one second. My computer is actually going out.
Okay. All right. Are y'all enjoying this? Are y'all
Yes.
enjoying Miss Collins? She's getting her computer all plugged in. If you have any questions, okay, just
Okay,
put
just
your questions right there in the comments. If you have any media questions too, Media Monday is always a time to ask about that. But y'all know we go in because it's always ministry behind what we do. And so, Miss Collins, I know you were talking about it. We're talking about finding your voice
yes.
and not being led by these other voices, right?
Right. And see, with that, I had to ask God. I was like, Lord, who am I? Like I had to really hunker down in the face of God and ask him, Lord, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? And he started sharing things, and I started hearing, the voice of God concerning my life, and even concerning the mistakes. He showed me the things that where I went wrong, and where I stepped out on my own wisdom, on my own understanding. So he showed me that. And I was like, wow, God, you know what? Your next win, and this is when he gave me this quote, your next win can be found in your last loss. See, the
Wow.
last time you missed it and you lost it and you stepped outside of God, he can show you, hey, he can run the tape back. He can run the tape back for you. You start seeing the areas in which you made a mistake. But I asked him to show me who I was and what am I supposed to be doing at this time with what I have right now. And so outside of that becomes vision. Then you can see where you're going. It always go, and a lot of people want to do it outside of of they want to omit the spirit. You can't omit the spirit. And
Wow.
I know this is not like, this is your media Mondays, but I want to tell you how to organically grow, not just social media, but I'm talking about your vision, your organization, your ministry. All of this came from this place of finding my voice.
Wow.
Finding my voice. And the first thing I said, I had to say it to myself. I said, you know what? Now is my time. After he showed me, where I went wrong or showed me what happened. And he says, do not curse your process, because a lot of people want to forget the process. You
Right.
cannot forget your process. Your process is what is making you. You're having tools. You're being built up to run this vision. And so then when you get on social media, when you
Right.
try to build or your audience, you'll know, like, these people here I'm supposed to be connected with, and then certain
Wow.
people I'm not supposed to be connected with, because I'm not on here for games. I'm not on here to play. I'm not on here for money. Like, it's not about money. That's why I don't even I don't even put my Cash App out there. Like, it's like, because I'm not gonna use my platform or the people that are connected to me for money. God,
Wow.
he gives the increase. He will connect me. He will make sure that the money comes. But my job is to encourage and empower and to be that spiritual doula or that midwife for someone who's trying to give birth to their vision. So those are the people that I connect with the most. People who are ready to give birth, people who are ready to move
Wow.
forward, people who are ready to step out into something, to step out in that next place of faith.
Wow. I was reading something, and y'all, if you have any questions or just continue to comment, continue to share. I was reading something about influencers before we jumped on here. And one thing I read says they're sincerely trusted because of their vulnerability and consistency. Can
Mm-hmm.
you speak to that? They said, they gave all types of examples. They said you might follow this person because they give makeup tutorials and show you how they make mistakes. You might
Right.
follow this person, but they are open to be vulnerable
Yes.
and they're consistent. Can you speak to
Yes.
that?
Yes, because this is something that I share with the Ruth Project, with my mentoring program. The ladies that go through the program, I tell them, and I've shared this even with some of the ladies in the prisons. This was the first time I shared it with those ladies in the prison. I said, make your testimony pay you. Because see, the thing about it is when you speak and when you tell your testimony, when you share, your testimony is a book. Your testimony is that television show. That testimony is going to open up doors. When you start becoming vulnerable enough to be able to share who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It can't be all this spiritual stuff, and you never tell people how you got from point A to point B. And so people are
Wow.
looking for that. They are looking for you to share who you are. And it
Yeah.
comes from a very pure place. And I think because I had been so transparent with people that I come in contact with, they can feel that you're genuine and that you're true. That you're not trying to become someone else so that you can win their friendship, win their whatever what you're
Right.
trying to do. It's all about you just being a genuine person to those that come in contact with you. So
I've seen it, and the comments are coming in. Make your testimony pay you. Speak your truth. I want to ask you
yeah.
this on one level. What is your favorite? Um, well, before I ask you that, I want to ask you this. A lot of times I see in ministry, some ministry leaders fear the tools. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the best way that I could put it. They may say, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Maybe that's from the enemy, maybe this, that, and the other. What has led you? I know I've worked with you so many years. Anytime we talk about a new tool, you're always open to trying it and seeing how it could reach people. Where do you get that openness from instead of just being reserved and saying I don't know? You've always been really open.
Because so many different things. I can show you in the Bible where it was always about moving forward. Jesus was always fluid. He was always going. He was, he was into what was next. Yeah, and so
Uh-huh.
he was crucified basically for trusting and saying something that no one ever had seen before. Oh, you
Ah,
say you the son of God? Really? Okay, whatever. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Can you imagine that? And
Hmm.
so my thing is God's methods change. They're very progressive, but his message is the same. And so when you are free. And the thing about it is that when you are truly free, you get into a vein that is you, that is all your purpose, your passion, your everything concerning you, it within yourself, it all meets. And
Right.
so when it meets, you're going to be looking for tools that's going to be able to occupy, that's going to be able to hold what it is that you're carrying for this next season.
Oh.
See, my purpose, my passion,
Mm.
the call, everything about my life and about your assignment. The old things, that stuff run out. And I tell you that all the time. I was like, okay, well, you're going on to something new. And I didn't realize that, what we were doing, that those old tools didn't have the capacity to hold the vision that God was releasing right now. So
Come
you
on.
have to be open to expansion. You have to be open. Yes, you have to be
Wow.
open to grow and for growth, because God is a God of growth. He's a God of progression. And so it's time now that we're able to hold the newness that he's given us. So now you can't put new wine in old wineskin. There you go.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I've learned that a long time ago. So I was like, okay, yeah. In order for me, I can't argue with people and say, well, nobody's helping me when I'm trying to stay back, but stay the same. But I
Wow.
have to be willing and open to move forward and to try the new things that God has placed before us, so that they can hold the new vision, hold this new wine that he is pouring out. And
Wow.
another thing is that um a lot of people use media for the wrong reasons. They
Yes.
use them for the wrong reasons. And as a visionary, as a leader, we have to make sure that there's a purpose behind why we're coming on, why we are doing what we do, and you said something earlier, consistency.
Yes.
Consistency is key. When you're consistent about your life, your purpose, your vision, your business, your
Yes.
ministry, whatever it may be, people love consistency. They love it. And so you have that's part of your leverage. And
Yes.
so That's a part of your leverage. Then what else do you have to give? What else do you have to share? You know, where's your book? Like I said, make your testimony pay you. Write that book. Put your testimony in a book. Put it in a devotional. You know, make a 30-day devotional. Do whatever it takes for you to get what is up here and in here out, so that people can know who you are. And so that's what I've done over the years. You know, I wasn't afraid to start small. Start small. I don't have huge books. I haven't written huge books, and it haven't taken me, years and years and years just to write them. It has taken me a few years to release them. But it's time now that we take what we have on the inside and represent it to the people.
Yes.
Represent it to the people, because a lot of times we'll share, we'll preach it, we'll talk about it. But when you start writing your books, and when you start, using your live to say, this is my new book, we're talking about growth, getting rid of waste. You start doing that, and you start sharing it on social media and things like that. And then you'll start seeing people want to know a little bit more.
Right.
And there are certain things about me, like when I went through my dating process, I shared bits and pieces of it. Because I didn't want people to think, oh, she just jumped up and got married. No, I didn't jump up and get married. Right. But I shared bits and pieces, not everything, just a little bit. Then, even through marriage, you share a little bit. That is the part of who you are. Right. People don't just want you on here selling stuff. They don't just want you on here telling you, come to my meetings, come to my church, come, join me with this or that. You never want to pimp out the people that you're connected to. You never want to do that.
Wow.
Never. Wow.
Influencers are protective of their audience in the sense that when they bring them new information, they can be trusted.
Right.
They can be trusted. And a lot of things that I'm reading and that I just know is that you have influence with people when they know you're real, when they know that what you're bringing to them is really going to help them. Right. In a lot of cases, it's for them. It's not necessarily for you. It's for them. And it really, even on these social networks and everything, we always talk about, it's about community. It's not about posting and so much the numbers as it is realizing that you're dealing with human beings just like you're a human being.
Yes.
People want you to be consistent. They want you to be heartfelt. They don't want you to be, one term we've heard is tone deaf, meaning you just way out of pocket. Right. You're not
in the rhythm of what's actually going on at the time.
Right. You're not, the relevance is gone. So, man, we have learned so much. Just in closing, like, what's next? What are you loving to do in media right now? I do see you stepping out. You've been doing lives, but I saw you step out weeks ago with this very platform that we're using. Just more and more, like, what are you seeing? What are you doing more and more?
Well, with me, yes, I want to perfect this new platform that we're on right now. I want to perfect that and perfect just coming on live, to be consistent with doing that, because, that's not something I would play around with it, but never got on and really shared my heart or shared about what was going on and doing interviews and things like that. So that is definitely something that I'm going to continue to grow in those areas, but also my YouTube channel that I am building up. I think next, that is my focus, YouTube, and to be able to put all of my curriculums online, to be able to share and hold my classes online, because with this COVID-19, this thing has really shifted my mind. Just goes to show that, we're not all the time are going to be able to be in one room together. And I've been able to really connect with so many other people all over the world because now we have had to stay home, go live, Zoom, all of these other mediums over, over the last few months. We've had to perfect those things. So that is something that I want to do. And I really, really, really want to be able to mentor and have my curriculums online and to build YouTube and my website to be able to share. So expansion in the media arena. And one more thing, El.
Go ahead. We want to hear it.
I want to be able to make sure that our children, our youth, that we mentor and that we coach, that they know how to use social media in a healthy way. So that is huge for me to ensure that that our program really, really, really gets these kids in a place where they're understanding that social media is not all about negativity, that we can inundate it with positivity. So our young people, that is something else that I look forward to doing and working with you and our other life coaches as to helping these kids understand that, use your platforms in a positive way and it will bless your life tremendously.
Wow. Did y'all enjoy this? I know, I mean, we're totally out of time now, but I see from the comments that people just got so much. I did not know just how much you would be able to just share and bless us. I knew it would be a blessing, but man, I'm going to go back and watch this again so that I can hear everything that you said. I'm grateful that you came on and just shared this, and I'm excited about the future.
Yes, me too.
Yes, the future is digital and immersive, everybody. So give your hearts for Miss Collins stopping by today. You can follow her at NickyCollins.org, also on all the social networks at Nicky Collins. And we just thank y'all. Thank you, Adria. Thank you, Classic Key. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you, Sam. Anna Wells. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All of you guys.
Deborah, who came on. Nori, Apostle Nori, everybody who stopped by and just really listened today. And we hope that you will go out and know that you have influence. It's in your voice. It's in you being authentic. It's in you being organic. It's in you being vulnerable. And it's in you being consistent. And with that said, I'll be back on Media Monday, next Monday. So thank you, Ms. Collins. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Bye. All righty. Yay.
Okay. Are we out?
Probably not. Y'all, this is behind the scenes. We're not trying to do this. I'm trying to go off. I think that my